We're now 20 minutes away from the first start of this competition, the 1 meter 30 two phases special. 3-star competition, 68 riders to start in this competition. Designed by Peter Schumacher. Time allowed first phase, 42 seconds. Time allowed for the second phase, 52 seconds. And of course, in a really short moment, you will recognize the lovely voice of Abdullah. My fellow mate here will be your Arabic voice during also this weekend. Good morning.
صباح الخير لك عزيزي فيليب، وصباح الخير من دوحة الخير، صباح المجد والفروسية من قلب الشقب النابض بالعزة. مع إشراقة شمس هذا اليوم ما زال الفرسان اللي مثالي من الأسبوع الثالث اللي بطولة جائزة الأمير والد الجائزة الغالية على الأبناء جميعا. يطيب لنا أن نفتح حافظة الصباح على مشهد السر النظري. فهي الدوحة اليوم لا تكتسي فقط بحلم الرياضة، بل تتنفس على أرض طيبة وتجد في استقبال المناسبات الخزامة الفواحة والإبداع بكل صالة فوق من زوايا الميدان برائحة الخرافات، واللي تذكرنا بجميع الطالبة في أعمال هذا الأرض وتتزين المنصات بجمال الألوان الأصفر واللي يعكس ضياء الشمس الدافئة وكل الطبيعة في قطاع تشارك اليوم عرس الفروسية العالمي. رحب بجميع فرساننا من جميع أنحاء العالم واللي شدوا الرحال إلى دوحة العرب وفرسان العرب والخليجيين أصحاب الدار والعزوة، واللي يرفعون اليوم راية التحدي بروح الفرسان النبيلة.
Less than 10 minutes to go before the first start is set.
One two one two. Hello, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, I hear you. Okay. Yes, I have. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 2 of week 3. His Highness the Father Amir's Prix in Doha, Qatar. This is the 3rd week of the Doha Equestrian Tour. This is the Longines Arena at the mighty Alshaqab. We're nestled in the education city region of Al Rayyan, the district that is about 5-6 kilometers outside the CBD of Doha. The beautiful Al Corniche and West Bay area that is on the Arabic coastline. As I say, about 6 kilometers away from this mighty equestrian centre. For myself, Ed Holloway, a very good morning to all of you wherever you're viewing from worldwide. And the story so far, the potted version, the following riders have been the influential ones. Emanuele Gaudiano, the most of the wins. He's had 7 victories. Win 7 came yesterday. Roberto Previtali had 7 podiums. He looked last night like it was going to be his first win, but the last of the 5-star class denied him that, which meant Roberto Previtali won his 8th podium last night. Milianen for Great Britain had 2 wins and a 2-star Grand Prix 2nd place. Harry Charles had 2 wins, the 4-star Grand Prix in week 1 and a 5-star class last week. Scott Brash won both Grand Prix at the end of week 2 on last day of the last week. That was the 5 and the 3-star Grand Prix for Scott, both wins. And Abdullah Shabapi with a win last night has now clocked up 3 wins for Saudi Arabia. They are the in-form riders. So Ismail Osama El Borai for Egypt, he has also won 2 classes. But a very good morning to you as we get underway with the opening class of day 2, week 3. It is a 2-phase special competition, 1m30 defence height and a 3-star competition indeed. The prize purse €5,000 this morning, and it's Schumacher, the German designer, comes in to take the lead of the course design here in Doha for this 3rd week of the His Highness Father Amir's Prize series of 4 weeks that comprise the Father Amir's Prize, and the 3rd week as well of the Doha Tour. The first phase, fences 1 through to 6. Distance 240 meters, time allowed at 42 seconds for phase 1. And then they'll go into the 2nd phase, whatever they've done in the first phase, barring an elimination, of course. And at phase 2, fences 7 to 12. The track for the 2nd phase, 300 meters and 52 seconds, the time allowed. And our trailblazers this morning, 17 nations coming forward, and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia fields 8, the 3rd largest number in this opening class, and it's a tough start, I'm afraid. Abdulaziz Al Sheikh, the trailblazer on day 2 in Kabeli W, has 2 down early. This was owned by Nora Al Sheikh. This mare, she's 13 years of age. Yeah, it's underway this morning. That's the last fence of phase 1. Phase 2 starts just prior to the Doha Equestrian Tour vertical that they also, I'm afraid, take. 10 nations have got multiple starters. There are 17 nations in total, 7 nations with just 1 apiece. The home nation, Qatar, fields 25, Egypt 13. This nation, Saudi Arabia, has 8 today, 3 for Great Britain. Pair for Germany, Ireland, Italy, Turkey, Brazil and France. And 7 nations with 1 are Bahrain, Switzerland, Oman, Thailand, Austria, Jordan and the USA are the nations with just 1 each. So tough round to get us underway. It's 3 down for Abdulaziz Al Sheikh. Kabeli W comes home, but tough round to start with 12 penalties. What a good day it was for Qatar yesterday. The home nation won 2 out of the 4 classes. A really strong day for the home nation. And Yaqub Nasser Almas is the first out of the Qatari. 25 for the home nation in this opening class on day 2. Havantos gets underway. 14-year-old gelding, son of Hennes and Moritz Levantos. Lucky boy, the dam sire. Already early trouble, I'm afraid, out on the course of Peter Schumacher. Levantos down through the double to then drop down to the Liverpool at 6. That's, again, fiendishly tough location there, right alongside the in-gates. Levantos down through the double of verticals. They're not easy because they're right on the shadow margin that bisects the arena pretty much in half, actually, the shadow this morning. A tough round, I'm afraid, for number 2, first of the home nation. Qatar's Yaqub Nasser Almas retires Havantos. They come in and out, I'm afraid. The next to start, we go to Saudi Arabia. Abdurrahman Al-Mutawa is number 3. And this is the young gelding, son of Untouchable 27, cross to Andiamo, that is owned by Princess Sarah Al So. It is Unfade Z. This, of course, is the very smart tall gelding for Abdurrahman. White blaze down his face. And looks a real picture this morning. Down out over the second. That's quite a big gold-white rustic ox. Then back to this rustic vertical of 4, which is again fairly substantial. Down through the green-yellow combination, 5A and B. And then down to 6, the big Liverpool ox. They're clear through the first phase. So if you're just joining us, a very good morning. Great to have your company here at Alshaqab. This is day 2 of week 3, His Highness the Father Amir's Prize, the 3rd week of the Doha Tour that spans between the 1st week of January and the 1st week of April. 10 weeks, not continuously, but certainly the lion's share of weeks between January and April, with competition weeks here in Doha. Turn now back to the last line, down to the blue-white vertical. Comes home with a good round, clear round. Trailed by less by 5 seconds. No, apologies, they've gone out actually into first place. That was a little bit confusing, the graphic. 43.7 in fact is the best round so far. Unfade Z out into first place for Abdurrahman Al-Mutawa. Third week for this lady. She's been busy here over the start of 2026. Federica Stack is our new starter for Germany. This is Toronto DW on course. This stallion, he's owned by the B&T stables for Federica. Number 4 gets well away. Frederica Stack cuts the inside line. Back to the Alshaqab. Oxford at 9. Jumps that one well. And there's lightweight Bay. This horse has been with Frederica since August of last year, so about a half-year partnership. Comes home well, and we have a new leader. 40.38 is the time. Frederica Stack goes out into first place with Toronto DW. Very smart. Horse actually bred out of the Warm Blood Breeder Stud Book of the UK. First place they go. The new starter, this is the pair that won the two-star Grand Prix here in Doha week 1 to beat Millie Allen. Oliver Fletcher gets on course. He was the Young Rider European champion, Oliver, in 2024 in the Netherlands with his top horse, Hallo William. KASS 42 on course, Westphalian gelding, son of Comel Foe, 12-year-old Quidam's Rubin, the dam sire that is owned by Dad Graham, and Alison Walton for Oliver Fletcher. Comes down through 5AB and gets off to a good start this morning. Main news is from Doha weather-wise that the wind has dropped. It was a very stiff breeze yesterday that thankfully has departed. It was quite chilly yesterday, unusually here in Qatar, but the breeze drops today, so it should be a warmer day. Quite chilly yesterday, it was actually out on the grounds here. Needed a jacket really, which is unusual. Oliver Fletcher down to 10A and B and travelling on well. So Frederica Stack, 40.38, is going to stay ahead of the Brit. Oliver Fletcher, though, comes home with a nice round, 2.64 seconds down on the leading time. He'll go second, 43.02 his time. The next pair to come, they had a win on the Doha Tour with us, a 3-star 135 victory. That was late February last year. The last win was in Valkenswaard. Sultan Salim Al Naimi gets on course. This is Sethis de Varney jumping for the home nation Qatar. The second of the 25 for the home nation. Getting underway. That win in Valkenswaard was actually a young rider win because Sultan Salim, still only 19 years of age. He'll turn 20 just about a month's time. Sethis de Varney gets smartly away. This is El Francais, son of Canan Airborne Monticello, the dam sire, owned by Alshaqab. So 40.38 is the leading time of Frederica Stack, the German, out in first place this morning, Toronto DW. This pair may just get ahead of the German, I fancy. It's going to be inside, and a good round for them. Seth de Varney goes out into first place by 0.26 per second. 41.2 was the time. And a lovely round for Sultan Salim El Naimi. Home nation having won 2 classes yesterday. The home tail is high. Out to first place goes Sethis de Varney. 41.2 the time to beat. The new startup, early mistake for Hent Abdul Hadi Al Hadri getting on course. Gendonik Dahus. He's on the early part of the course. Big grey travels around the back of that lovely tree island. Beautiful island it is, decorated. Just lacking a little bit of zip to my eye, this pair. Just need a gear more, as they're just lacking a little bit of impulsion. Getting right into the base of fence 9. Just needs to go forward a bit more, this big horse. Still backing off fairly badly, and Abdul Hadi Al Hadri is going to retire. I can understand that decision. I'm afraid it's number 7 who pulls up out of the competition. I'm afraid she goes.
So we go over to the next start.
The new starter, we go to Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mahmoud now for Qatar. This is the 4th of the Home Nations 25 to get underway. And Pearl van Dorpelheide is this lovely mare bred by the Philipparts family in Belgium. Pearl, she's the daughter of Jamal van der Heffen, across the winning mood. Getting underway was produced by Emma Tallulah Bain, the Norwegian, initially, before going to Benedictus Stegrestad Endresen. Ibrahim took over the ride in October of 2024, was their debut. They won a one-star Grand Prix here last year. Also 130 one-star Grand Prix. They won actually 2 Grand Prix at one-star level here last year. This is a good pair. Now they make a good getaway into phase 2. Clear they are. Time didn't stop. Change there to the second phase. Apologies for that detail. Pearl van Dorpelheide going quickly. Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mahmoud still clear. Can't give you the accurate time, I'm afraid, just yet. Of course, our judges will have that on the stopwatches, but I think it's quicker than the Frederica Stack and Sultan Salim Al Naimi, I would imagine. They clear the last and come home, and a good round completed. We'll confirm the scores times for you in just a moment. But a good round just completed.
We follow up our next start in this competition. We will talk about the Airline proceeded at Squad.
The new starter, we got Island, and Deirdre Riley gets up and running. This is Derek Dan Obsidian, Belgian mare. She's the daughter of Kafka van der Heffink. Deirdre Riley is the new starter. There's Riley into phase 2 as Douglas Obsidian travels down between the vertical and walks to this cut diagonally across the main arena. Did Riley down through the pair of verticals. Nice round still. The timing issue outstanding. We'll be clearing up those details for you in just a moment. 2 times still waited for Pearl Van Dorpijde and for Did Riley. We'll be getting those to you shortly. The next to come, we go to Sheikh Khalifa Al Thani, number 10, and this for Qatar. Unico, this lovely Holsteiner stallion who is 13 years of age, son of Eurico, gets on course. Unico turns back to the rustic vertical. Beautiful bay. He was with Jérôme Guéry, start of his international career. Produced by the Vice World Champion up to top level prior to the acquisition by Qatar. Lots of the bloodlines of Eurico that have certainly flown the Eurico lines by Harry Smulders. His lovely Eurocast van de Kataven in the Paris Olympics a couple of years ago. So Unico comes home and a smart clear round. Sheikh Khalifa Al Thani crossing the line. Once again, apologies for the lack of time just coming through. We'll be addressing the technical issues quickly. The team here, wonderful. They are. We'll be coming to that in a moment. Well, they're certainly working on it currently. Giving you results in a moment is what I mean to say. The new starter, we stay with Qatar, and number 11, Saad Ahmed Al Saad gets away. Gary de Seresi has a stop, I'm afraid, at 2. Disappointing. This is the 10-year-old Up To You, Novoso Chestnut for Saad Ahmed. He'll turn back to represent at the Oxer early on. Gary de Seresi, things back in order. Number 11 of the 68 starters in this €5,000 3-star special 2 phase 1 meter 30. Start of day 2, first of our 4 competitions today. Got things back in order well, actually. I'm just thinking the reason for the refusal at 2 was that there's the shadow line right across the front of the fence there. It's nice sunshine before, but then shadow on the landing. So good recovery it has been from the Qatari combination. Gary de Seresi with the early trouble has put that behind them. And Saad Ahmed Alshaqab comes home.
17 points in total. Welcome Amir Al-Zaini and Egypt this morning in maintenance class.
The new starter, I believe this is Amir Al-Zaini for Egypt, number 12 to get underway. Wilson is this big plot blue cruising gelding that Amir co-owns with Hannah Mazin Bishuti. I'm a big fan of Wilson. I've enjoyed watching him over the 3 weeks here in Doha. He's a lovely, powerful, calm horse to ride. And Amir Al-Zaini gets underway. Four penalties, I'm afraid, at 4. The rustic ox is the early error for them. It's quite a big fence, comes early, big turn, a tight turn into it, and it's proving fairly influential as expected on course inspection. Footing here being widely praised, and that is Peter Morrison's work, the South African. Peter working alongside his son Luke, and a team here to keep the footing across all the arenas perfect. Peter actually lives in Ireland, but of South African origin. So Wilson's going to come home with that one fence down at fence number 4. And the last fence is okay. It stays in the cups, but it...
43 against 42.
43.2 seconds. The time, and one fence down.
We follow up after Amir Al-Zaini with safe behind that camera and said let's see from the
The next jump, we go now to Qatar, and Saif Mohammed Al-Kabi is number 14. This is Dulcie Royale, the next jump. She's a 13-year-old daughter of Suspense Floraval. Casina second, the dam sire, and this man, number 14, is the next to get underway this morning here. Week 3, day 2 of the His Highness the Father Amir's Prize. Apologies for the scoring lapse early on in this class. Apologies, that is being worked on by the team here. But it is Sultan Salim Al Naimi leading, Sethis de Varney 41-2, the leading score. Can now confirm the times. Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mahmoud, Pearl Van Dorp, 44-43. They line 5th place, and Deirdre Riley 45-03 for Derek Dan Obsidian for 6th. Sheikh Khalifa Al Thani was clear with Unico, 48-15 her time. And Amir Al-Zaini with Wilson with the 4 penalties in phase 1. 43.32 was the time for them. Just to update you with now the confirmed accurate scores. Dulcie Royale turns down now. Homebound, 4 penalties on the Qatari card, but a good round they've completed. And just the 4 penalties for them as they come across the finish line. the next to come, Khaled Halal Al-Qatri getting underway. Veteran of the Worlds in Trial 2018, Khalid, and 2 Asian Games here in Doha 2006 and in Jakarta in Indonesia 2018 as well. His ride this morning, it is De La Folie jumping, 13-year-old Nababdarev Voltaire gelding. Khalid comes down well out of the combination 5AB without a trouble. Khalid turns now into phase 2 and clear through phase 1 he was. Bahrainian gets on course. This actually is a brand new ride, a form ride of Mohammed Al-Thani for Qatar. Khalid Al-Qatri comes down to 10AB, the verticals. Securely down through the middle of those as well. Home turn is a good one. 41.2 will not be bettered here, but it's a good round he's put together. For a new combination, they're going to come home well. And it's a double clear round for Khalid Halal Al-Qatri for Bahrain, De La Folie. Brand new ride for him. Comes home without a penalty. We'll go 7th with a time of 45.89 this morning. The new starter, we go to Saudi Arabia, and Fanoon Al-Humaydan, number 16, gets underway. This is Macho van der Maashorst on course. Anglo-European stallion, and 9 years of age, owned by the Also family. Royal Highness Princess Also owns this one for Fanoon Al-Humaydan. Gets well away from the start gate. Macho down to 6th to Liverpool. The refusal comes there. This lady won the one-star Grand Prix in Riyadh at Jump Saudi late November last year. And it's I'm afraid, elimination for Fanoon Al-Humaydan out of the 3-star. They fall, I'm afraid. Eliminates at 6, the Oxa. Not easy there, the fence location right by the in-out gate, and I'm afraid they are out of the 3-star this morning. Combination number 16 eliminated. The new starter, Mohammed Anas Al-Jaja, getting underway. This car driver are the new starter. This stallion is the young son of Andy Armo at 8 years of age. Jadokas, the dam sire. Mohammed Anas Al-Jaja down through the early part of phase 1. This pair have been here for 3 weeks for the on the Doha tour, so they're well embedded in the ebbs and flow of daily events here at Alshaqab. But I'm afraid they will have a refusal early on. Through the second time of asking, but troublesome start, I'm afraid, for them. troubles, I'm afraid. Elimination, disappointing, I'm afraid, for Mohammed Anas Al Jarjah. As the pair for Italy are eliminated out of the course, as car driver are out, I'm afraid. Tough for them this morning. The next to come, we go to Yusuf Saad Al Hamadi for Egypt. Egypt to field 13 in this class. The new starter number 18, Dandy Barrage, is his stallion, who's 18 years of age, owned by Hannah Al Hamadi. Course causing trouble, I'm afraid, in this three-star opener on day 2, week 3. Down to the Oxer at 9, Alshaqab. Our venue here is the sponsor of that fence. And then down to the verticals 10A and B, well through the middle of those. Down the barrage though, 6 penalties on the card. As they swing down to the final fence and jump that well to cross the line. It's going to be 6 penalties for Yusuf Saad Al Hamadi. It's number 18, home in this open class on day 2. So if you're just joining us, a very good morning, and the podium unchanged for some time. It is Sultan Salam Al Naimi, Qatar leading the way. Very good day for the home nation yesterday, with 2 out of the 4 classes were home victories. Federica Stack is second for Germany, and Oliver Fletcher lies in 3rd place. The new starters, number 19, we welcome Egypt's Saif Yasser Fekri, gets away with this. Is Mambri jumping. This mare, she is 9 years of age this time, owned by the Armed Forces Equestrian Club. Mambri gets away, little mare for Saif Yasser Fekri, and well down through 5A and B. Down to the second phase. I'm afraid phase 1 of phase 2 comes down the Doha Equestrian Tour vertical. Mambri down through the verticals, 10AB, no trouble. Saif Yasser Fekri turns now back to the home line. He's going to come home for this lightweight mare. With just 4 penalties, 45.06 the time for the Egyptian, combination number 19, just completing. The next to go, London Olympian and former winner of the Aachen Grand Prix, Jan-Friederike Meijer-Zimmermann, we welcome. She won the first 4-star class here in week 1. Was also second in the 5-star world ranking class here last week as well. Behind Max Kuhn, that was with Selagon Kashkais. Jump off class that was, and Jan-Friederike Meijer-Zimmermann on course. Behind Dames, Just a Dream is the new starter. It's a very nice Irish sport horse gelding this one for Jana. The son of Toulon gets on course. That win in Aachen was back in 2011. No need for a jump off that year. She the only double clear after round 2 to win the Great Grand Prix in Aachen. That was with Celegron Lambrasco. It's a lovely day this is. Nine Dames. Just a Dream comes down to the final fence. No speed, particularly from Jan-Friederike Meijer-Zimmermann this morning, but it's a very nice round to come home. The next to come, we go to Khalifa Abdullah Al-Khaldi now for Qatar, number 21 gets away. This is Nebraska jumping. 13-year-old stallion, son of Deauville Van Tier, now across to Landslager the first and owned by the Qatar Equestrian Federation. The new starter is number 21. Just to remind you of today's programme. The next class will be at 2 p.m. this afternoon. That is because of prayer time that intervenes. 5 p.m. will be the 5-star world ranking class, and then 7:15 p.m. here is the world ranking 5-star jump off class to complete the day. Nebraska comes down to 10 AB, the verticals, and travelling on well back to the final line. Still leading, Seth de Vernay for Sultan Salam Al Naimi, 41-2. Qatar sitting out in first place. That's a nice round. And they will go up into third place. The home nation now 2 on the podium. Frederica Stack is the one in the middle of the Qatari gentleman. In second place for Germany. Good round. Khalifa Abdullah Al-Khaldi goes into third place with Nebraska. The new starter, we go to Egypt, and number 22, Lily Hassan, gets underway. This is the Armed Forces Equestrian Clubs United. This mare, 12 years of age, started this year, 22 their number. And still 41-2 is the time they try and get ahead of in this 3-star special 2-phase, 1m30 to get day 2 here. Week 3 of the His Highness the Father Amir's prize underway. Egypt with 13, second biggest representation behind the home nation Qatar with 25. Sadly, both parts of the green-yellow combination, 5A and B for Lily Hassan, both falling. Three down for the Egyptian pair as they turn homebound. 22 getting towards the halfway point of this opening class. Lily Hassan down to the final fence in a slightly troublesome round for her this morning. But comes home, jumps the last fence. It will be time, two-time as well. And the 12 jump penalties, it is 14 for Lily Hassan. And the Armed Forces Equestrian Clubs united this morning here in Doha, Qatar. The new start, this man has been here with us on the Doha Tour every week since the start of the year, and he was well placed in the accumulator in second place. Final day of week 2. On course, Hassan Senturk, Rolex van der Grenserver is the new starter. This stallion, 9 years of age only for Hassan. Down through 5A and B nicely. Senturk steadily down through the second phase. Not going to be chasing the leading time, 41.2. They try and beat. So steady round, but a double clear is the result. Will have a time penalty actually. So Hassan Senturk just canters home, and it is going to be one time for the pair for Turkey, just completing. The next to come, we go to Hi Abdulaziz Al Raban, the new startup. And higher aboard Katana 33 this morning. There's number 25 to get underway. Holstein Gelding, he's 14, son of Katoki, cross to Corner Topolensky. This High's own horse now on course. Slightly miscue at the fourth, but they get away with it. They had a little disagreement as to the ideal stride. Well, the one down into phase 2 is the mistake for the Qatari pair on the home journey. Abdulaziz comes down to the final fence and afraid knocks that down as well for a second error. 8 penalties for Haya, and 45.18 was their time. It's on 33 for Haya. Abdulaziz Al Rabban comes home with 8 penalties this morning.
Number 26
The next to come this morning, we go to Egypt, and Ali Osama Abdul Ghani is number 26, and he brings Le Rouge to the start. This going out of the KWPN stud book. 10-year-old son of Easter Boy, crossed the Labours, VDL in Dorado, owned by the Police Federation Sporting Club. For Ali Osama. And if you're just joining us, a very good morning. The current podium, Sultan Salam Al Naimi in first place for the home nation Qatar. Cesc de Vernay, quickest time, 41.2. Frederic Castag second, Toronto DW 40.38, and third, Khalifa Abdullah Al Khaldi for Qatar Nebraska 42.58. The Rouge gets well away. Now this pair looking like they may be quite quick into phase 2. The Rouge gets up and running. Trouble entering the final line, and they're going to have to represent. I'm afraid it's going to be 4 penalties at 11. Le Rouge was slightly napping prior to the turn into phase 2, down 7, and that early sign that was clear to see, I'm afraid, materialises into a refusal. The time penalties now also are accruing after the mistake of the penultimate for the pair on course for Egypt. It's a shame. Ali Osama Abdul Ghani will come home, but it's 18. Le Rouge, their representation required at fence 11, plus time penalties. The new starter, we go now to Brazil, and Sergio Neupmann Jr. is the next to come, number 27. Perseu de Souto, this stallion. He's a 9-year-old son of Icono, crossing Quasimodo Z for Sergio. Owned by the Cursel Administrao de Bens Investimentos company. Number 27 gets on course now for Brazil. Good start for the Brazilian. Perseu de Souto gets out over 9, the Alshaqab boxer, and going nicely. Sergio Neupmann Jr. down now to the final fence. It's a good round for them. Sergio Neupmann crosses the line, and 44 seconds his time, and a clear round for the smart round for Brazil just completed. The new starters, number 28 is the new combination. Salim Ghaffar for Egypt comes forward, and this is J-Star van Barilhof, the next to jump. It's a veteran grey, 17 years of age. The son of Trezor Zed gets on course for Salim Ghaffar. This horse he owns himself. The new starters. Salim Ghaffar has had some good form here on the Doha Tour in recent years. Had his good mare undercover here last year. I think won a few classes as well. It's a good start here for J-Star van Barilhof. They're quickly away. Salim Ghaffar travels now homebound, and 41.2 is going to be beaten here. It's a shame. Fence 11 goes down. An ultimate will not result in a win for the Egyptian pair. 38.32 was a very quick time. Battle 8 4 penalties, I'm afraid, will keep them out of first position. Good round, but it is one fence down. The next to come, Great Britain's Harry Charles, the new starter. Harry, Olympic team champion, alongside Ben Mayer and Scott Brash from the 2024 Paris Olympics. And he's had 2 wins here on the Doha Tour so far. It was the 4-star Grand Prix he won in week 1, and had a 5-star win as well last week. That was with Bandits. It's Robinson for Harry this morning. Number 29 gets away. This Belgian young son, 9-year-old of Di Cantero van ter Hulse, cross to Jensen van ter Molenhof for Harry. Harry Charles comes down steadily into phase 2, but then injects speed into that oxer. Harry Charles turns homebound. No attempt, I don't think, to get ahead of the leading time in this Special 2 phase 1 minute 30. That is 41.2. Now Harry Charles is going to be down on the leading time. Robinson just comes home with a steady double clear. But a nice round for him. And he'll go into 10th place as things stand. The next to come, we go to Noor Hazem for Egypt. And there's number 31 to get underway. It is Nixon jumping. 8-year-old owned by the Armed Forces Equestrian Club. And that's the first fence down, I'm afraid, for Noor Hazem. Hazem down through 5A and B, the double green-yellow combination. Hazem, after the first fence goes down or went down, it's gone well after that as they come down through the verticals. Still just that one mistake on the card for the Egyptian combination. 4 away from the halfway break of this opening class on day 2 here in His Highness the Father Amir's prize week 3. It was just that one mistake. 43.73 was the time. 4 penalties at the first fence. Good round otherwise. Hazem competes for Egypt with Nixon. With just the opening fence, the sole error on the Egyptian card. The new starter, we go to Qatar Sheikh Ali Khalid Al Thani. This man 6th in the Rio Olympics individually with first division 10 years ago, and on course Denver at the NRPS stud book, a Dutch riding horse and pony stud book. This is the son of Douglas. He is 8 years of age, labours VDL in Dorado, the dam sire. Denver securely through the first phase now. Sheikh Ali Khalid Al Thani into phase 2. And still going on very well. So nice round, not a competitive round, but a good round certainly. Comes home 43.16 and into 5th place goes Sheikh Ali Khalid Al Thani. And that was Denver, completed for the home nation Qatar. The next to come, this man's had 1 podium with us on the Doha Tour so far. And Saudi Arabia's Mohammed Al-Asaka is a danger in these kind of kart classes, exactly. Monroe owned by Her Highness Princess Al-Hanouf Al-So for Mohammed. Stay goes CCZ as the Qatar Equestrian Federation and Modern Pentathlon vertical fence 2 down, I'm afraid. Mohammed Al-Asaka down over the Liverpool fence number 6. It's caused a little bit of trouble, not an easy location, right in the face of the big screen. Mohammed Al-Asaka. 8 penalties now on the card for the Arabian. Super win last night for Abdullah Alshaqab, his 3rd win of now the 7 days of sport we've enjoyed here at Alshaqab over the 3 weeks. 3 days per week, and yesterday was day 7 in effect. So 2 down it was, 8 penalties for Mohammed Al-Asaka. As they go, CCZ comes home. 46.32 was the time, but 8 is the score, I'm afraid. After the course of Peter Schumacher, the German designer who leads the team here in terms of course design at Alshaqab. The next to come, we go to Saeed Hamad Juma now for Qatar. This is a penultimate of the first half of this three-star opening class on day 2 here. His Highness the Father Amir's Prize. Wathman Diesel is his stallion out of the Belgian Studbook. This is a 17-year-old veteran son of Cassius across the Heartbreaker. That is owned by the Wathman stud. So Wathman Diesel gets off to a good start down to 5A and B, little rattle into the Oxa. But it stays in the cups nicely. Wathman Diesel is quite quick here, very quick maybe. Maybe a winning round. Seth Devernay's time is going to be well beaten here as, wow, massive stride the last fence they see and they get it well. 34.57. And out ahead goes a 17-year-old Wathman Diesel, scorches home. Side Juma saw a massive stride to the last fence and it's a Qatari 1-2. It takes the line share of 6 seconds out of the former leading time. Great round. And out ahead goes the penultimate starts with a very good round beside Hamad Juma. The next come will be the last of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. It is Qatar's Hazza Mubarak Al-Hajri coming forward. This is Kofi APGZ. This gelding, he's 11, son of Casimo across to Quidam de Revel. It's the last of the first half getting underway. Mistake, I'm afraid, comes at 4-5A as well. Tractors were into action just outside this main arena as they prepare to come in to prepare their ground for the second half of this opening class on day 2 of week 3 here. His Highness Father Amir's Prize. And as Mubarak Al-Hajri comes home, it's going to be 2 fences down for them. A penalty is the score for the last of the first half. So into the break we go, ladies and gentlemen. A super late round for Saeed Hamad Juma has got Qatar in first and second. Wathman Diesel has set the early time to beat 34.57 it is. As we come to the halfway break, we'll take a 7-minute pause from the action. From myself, Ed Holloway, don't go far, we'll see you soon. See whether ever anybody can beat 34.57, which certainly looked very quick indeed.
competition, we have Said Hamad Al Juma leading the way in 34.57. Ready for this second part of this competition, the number 35. 36 is in the arena, Haya Khalid Al-Hitmi and Hustik for Qatar.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we restart the three-star. Leading time came late in the first half. That was Said Juma. Very fast was Wathnan Diesel. The new starter, Haya Khalid Al-Hitmi, gets us restarted. Bastik is on course for Qatar. This the daughter of Bastik, famously sighted Michael van der Vleuten, double Olympic bronze medal winning Beauville ZNOP from Tokyo and Paris. Bastik gets well away, 14-year-old, and turns homebound, 34.57. Oof. Won't be beaten, I'm afraid, and she just clings on at 11. Hang on. Higher. Gets back in the saddle, but it's a refusal, I'm afraid, for her. Coming at the penultimate at 11. The restart round is a troublesome one. Was going well before entering the final line, and 4 penalties is the result. Jumps it, ultimately comes home. It's a shame, it's a good round, but the final line undoes them. It's going to be 32 penalties for Haya Khalid Al-Hitmi to restart action. That's Bastik home. The new starter again gets in trouble, I'm afraid, this time. Fence number 2. Saif Bassem Gabor is on course, and this is a 12SZ jumping. Had a refusal, and hand goes up, and it's going to retire, I think. Saif Bassem Gabor out with a 12SZ, or maybe not. Maybe it's going to represent. So Saif Bassem decides to take the first fence on his way out. He retires. It's number 35 out of the 3-star 130. It's retirement for Etoile SZ this morning. The next to come, we go to Turkey, and Leyla Asuman Unsal, number 37, we welcome. This is her own gelding, Nero S. van der Hagen Z. He's 15 years of age, numero uno, cross to Concerto the second, the new starter. Leyla turns back to the big rustic vertical fence 4 and is away well. Also, it's fairly strong in the hand down to 5AB. Yeah, toes are a little bit into the base of the combination. It's a little bit too strong. Still the horse quite strong in the hand of Leyla Asuman Unsal as she turns now homebound. Just that mistake at 5A into the first combination. The one down for the new starter for Turkey. Down to the final fence.
47 seconds.
And it is 4 penalties, 47.35 the time for Leyla Asuman Unsal and Neres van der Hagen Z just completing. So Wathnan Diesel has really opened up a massive lead. Side HAMAD Aljuma way out in front, 34.57 is looking hard to beat, I think. The new starter, Yassin Khalifa, gets on course for Egypt. It is number 38, Kamalisha, his ride owned by the Akram Equestrian Centre. This mare, she is 10 years of age. Mistake comes early for them. Again, fence 4, influential. Yassin Khalifa is in his first international year of competition. Had a win as well, won a 2-star 125 here. That was start of the first week this year. This guy is just 11 years of age, was born in 2014. He'll turn 12 in mid-March. So this 11-year-old, impressive to be jumping 1 meter 30, isn't it? My word. It's a good round for him. Just one fence down at fence 4, but very impressive at 11 years of age. Yassin Khalifa comes home with Kamalisha. Good round, young man. 4 penalties is his total. The next to come, we stay with Egypt's Yassin Rami Al-Ghafour. The next to jump is number 39. This is Baccarat de Carmille on course. 15-year-old Self-Francais stallion. This is under President, cross to Le Tot de Semi for Yassin. 2 Yassins for Egypt come back to back. Egyptian combination down into phase 2, still clear. Jumping a nice round here, back at the Kami. Mistake came out of the Alshaqab box for a 9, otherwise a good round for this combination. They're still way down on the leading time that is really set a cat among the pigeons, 34.57. But one late mistake comes at 9 for the otherwise good round for the pair for Egypt, just completing. The next jump, we welcome Serene Sharif, is the new starter, number 40 for France. And Serene riding easy Casserola, Anglo-European gelding that is owned for her by Sheikh Mohammed Al Thani. This one 8 years of age. Now Serene Sharif jumped a good round last night in the big 5-star class. Lovely uphill bay, light on his feet. Looks like a really nice horse for Serene Sharif to enjoy. Her top horse, Triple T Calamando Blue. She goes down out to 9, the big Alshaqab box. Caught out a few, including the last one out on the course. Serene Sharif spins back now into the tail end of the course to come back to the Oxford 11. Jumps that well. Comes home. 4 penalties on the card. 43.89 was the time. Serene Sharif and Easy Casserola completing here this morning around the course of Peter Schumacher. First class of this second day, week 3 here. His Highness the Father Amir's prize, part of the Doha Equestrian Tour. The next to come, we go to Ahmad Yassim Al Suwaidi. Mona Lancia M is his Dutch mare, 9-year-old daughter of Carrera Vidal, crossed to Kojak. And this horse that Ahmed Yassim owns himself is number 41 of the 68 starters, getting underway. 10 o'clock sharp here in the Longines Arena at Alshaqab. Now this combination come down to the rustic vertical fence 4 and get off to a good start. Deep into 5AB, they can just get out of there without a trouble, but it was a little bit scratchy, the first combination. And then the mistake was looking possible at 5AB does materialize as 6. Last fence of phase 1. time penalties as well. It is going to be a total of 6. 46.07 was the time as Ahmed Yassin Al-Suwaidi comes home. And the total is 6 for the combination just completing. The new starter, this man is in very good form. He was denied his first win last night because of the last to go up to Alshaqab, where we thought Roberto Provatali would win his first class this year on the Doha Tour. He's had now 8 podiums because the win last night denied by Abdullah Al-Shabbatli. It was 7 podiums into last night and now 8 podiums impressively. Qashqai SB on the course for a better number 42 jumping. Qashqai comes down through the combination. Just steady round for Roberto Provatali. He will have 4 penalties out of the course. 55.89 was his time. Next to come, we go to Switzerland, and this the one for Switzerland this morning. Jeremy Straumann is the new starter. Action Balu PS is this Oldenburg gelding. Annual son of Action Blue, cross to Balubé de Roy, that is co-owned by Hofgood, Kelton Herberger, and Dr. Thomas Straumann, Geraldine's father. Gets away. This lady was 6th in the Longines Grand Prix at St. Gallen, Grand Prix Switzerland last year. That was the best Swiss performance actually in the home Grand Prix. Jeremy Straumann, just the one down out on the course of Peter Schumacher at the double 5A was the error. As this very nice Action Blue PS travels homebound. Jeremy Straumann down to the last fence, jumps it well, just that one down early. 44.18 was the time. Swiss combination number 43 come home, 44.18 with 4 penalties on the card. The next jump, we go to Qatar, and Suhaim HAMAD Al-Yafai. Flash to Prix, number 44, gets underway. This 11-year-old son of Milo Cathargo. Rossier, the dam sire. Suhaim HAMAD Al-Yafai, number 44 for Qatar, gets underway. they can clear the rustic vertical of 4 that's been influential. Gray just tossing for the head a little bit down to the combination to get away with it, but a little bit awkward the ride. But they're fast away now into phase 2. Flash to Prix races down through the early part of phase 2, going very fast out there. Time to beat still 34.57. It's got a chance here. Will not be too far away for the time here. Flash to Prix races homebound, maybe quicker. Jumps last, and yes, we'll go ahead. 33.6 is the new time to beat. Well done. Suhaim Hamad Al Yafai goes out to first place. Qatar lead another class. The home tail high because they won 2 out of the 4 classes yesterday. Qatar, they go into first place with Suhaim Hamad Al Yafai. Well, they were in first place already, but they now have a podium entirely. Qatar first, second, third. Germany 4th, Qatar 5th. And the new time to beat 33.6 seconds. Well done. The new starter, we go to number 45, and Abdullah Ibrahim Abdullah Fan Shassan is the new starter. Turns back to the rustic vertical, fence 4, this is the lovely bright chestnut. Now they get fast away into phase 2. 33.6 seconds is their time to try and beat. Now, certainly very fast early on. They're going to be outside 33.6, but it's been a good round here. Once again, Shasania down to the last fence, and they jump that clear as well. Super round completed. The next to go, this lady's had a very good few weeks to us because in the 5-star Grand Prix, she went very well for 4th place, in behind Scott Brash, Megan Massonnier and Eve Jobs. And the new starter, Olympian from Paris, we welcome Janica Bourne, Karuna Yadchai, the next to get underway. This is Maxwell Kinmar Royale for Janica Bourne, our sport horse, 8-year-old, son of H5 Ganesh Hero Z, and Damside Dancing Boy, owned by the Perfect Companion Group company for Janica Bourne, who trains with Victoria Gullikson, the Norwegian. Sadly, 5A is the early error. That round actually for Saudi Arabia has gone up into 3rd place. Abdullah Ibrahim Abdullah, Fan Shasani 38.04. Splits up the Qatari dominated podium. 4th place goes Sultan Salem Al Naimi, but still side Juma 2nd, Wafdan Diesel and the leader. Suhaim Ahmad Al Yafai. just 4 penalties for Jana Kabor and Karina Yadchai that came in the combination early. 4 for Maxwell Kinmar Royale for the Thai Olympian. 49.4 seconds was her time just completing. The next to come, still looking for his first win on the Doha Tour 2026 because he had a 4-star Grand Prix win here last year with his Olympic ride. Ekron Axel the 5th. We welcome Gerfried Puck to the start, and this is Collexa for Gerfried this morning. Right based at Lamprechtshausen in the northwest of Austria, up to the north of Salzburg. And this mare, she's a daughter of his Olympic ride. Collexa gets on course for Gerfried Puck. Collexa, no speed intense here for Gerfried as they are steady down to the final line. Combination 48 of the 68 to start this first class on day 2. Steady round for Gerfried Puck, no fireworks, he'll still go in 6th place. It's a nice round for Collexa for the Austrian multiple Olympian. Gerfried Puck completes. This pair could be dangerous to the top few because they've had a couple of top 5 finishes in the weeks here on the Doha Tour already. We welcome Francis Jean-François Rondeau, the new starter. This is the grey number 49 jumping. It is Interlaris on course, owned by Mohamed Abdullah Al-Khulaifi for Jean-François. France has enjoyed just 1 win as a nation here this 2026 season so far. That was the 6th bar, the win for Megan Boissonnier last week. But now here we go. This pair ever competitive. They get away swiftly into the second phase. Interlaris travels quickly back to the verticals 10A and B. 10 seconds there to get home ahead. I don't think they're going to quite be ahead of the lead up. No, they'll be down on that leading time, but it's a good round. Jean-François Rondeau down to the last fence with Interlaris. They get close, but they clear it. And 36.11 will put them up into 3rd place. On the podium goes Interlaris with another good round for Jean-François Rondeau this morning. The new startup, Abdelaziz Khalid Al-Bukhari, comes in, number 51 for Qatar, the new startup. This is Self-Rossé mare, she's 10 this time. Conair across the Papillon. And owned by our superb host location here in the Al Ryan district of Doha, Alshaqab. And his loca gets on course. Elegant mare, intelligent head. Flash to Prix still leads. Suhaim HAMAD Al-Yafai, 33.6 is the time they chase. 51 gets on course. Qatar with 25 combinations to come into this Open class on day 2. Ganges Loka turns fairly tightly into the roping fence in phase 2. The Doha Equestrian Tour vertical. Abdelaziz Khalid Al-Bukhari down now over the bigger Alshaqab Oxa, right on the shadow line there. That bisects the fence is not easy. Turns now homebound. It's been a good round. It's a fairly fast round as well. Rattles the last bit of stays. They're home 36.99. A good round. We'll go into 4th place as things stand. Well done to them. Flash to Prix stays ahead for Suhaim Hamad Al Yafai. Side Juma second with Wafnan Diesel. New starter, Brazil, Santiago Lambra against away. This is number 52, jumping DB Gia de Quitos for Santiago. Hungarian stallion that is 8 years of age, son of Giovanni Crossadierado's boy. Santiago Lambra just steadily into the tail end of phase 2, not going for the win or a competitive time, particularly this morning as they come homebound. It's going to be a double clear round, but a steady one for the Brazilian. Down to the last fence, and they jump it clear. 44.88 is the Brazilian time. Clear on Santiago Lambra, and DB Gia de Quitos comes home. The next pair to come is the lovely grey Oldenburg mare, daughter of Takato Gran, Balubé de Rouet, the dam sire. Carte Blanche gets on course. Ibrahim Khalid Al-Kuwari for Qatar, number 53, the new starters. This horse again owned by Alshaqab. This pair competing every week on the Doha Tour so far this year. Carte Blanche clear down out over the Liverpool at 6. This a new combination this year. Now they've jumped no clear rounds yet in their career together. It is only this year, so this would be their first clear as a combination. As they turn homebound, Ibrahim Khalid Al-Kuwari, Carte Blanche down to the last fence, and yeah, they jump it, and it's their first clear round. Well done. 5th place for them. Their best result of their new career together. Out in first, 5th place, I should say, but clear round for them. Will feel like first place. Ibrahim Khalid Al-Kuwari, clear round with Carte Blanche for Qatar, number 53, comes home well.
Thank you.
new starter number 54 gets away. Mohammed Isa Al-Bukhari for Qatar. Lisa Prinareff jumping. It's another grey mare. She's 10 years of age this time. Daughter of Cape Coral RBFZ, cross the Video Sheraton. And again owned by Alshaqab. Lisa Prinareff down to the vertical fence number 4. Makes a solid start to their round this morning. Troublesome round for the Qatari combination as they turn homebound. Lisa Prinareff and Mohammed Isa Al-Bukhari travel homebound. Jump the last, but it's a big total, I'm afraid. 36 penalties. It's going to be the home score. Mohammed Isa Al-Bukhari comes home with 36 on the Qatari card, number 54 completes. The new starter gets on course, and Angel du Muri said the one for Jordan, Rad Nasser, gets on course. This is a 10-year-old gelding, son of Action Pure Z across the Coriano Z. The only mistake, I'm afraid, comes at fence 4, the rusty vertical. This is a new enough combination. They formed in November last year. Secondary comes at 5A for Rad Nasser. Tail end of this open class on day 2 of week 3. This time is the Father Amir's prize here in Doha. Rad Nasser, 8 penalties to score as they travel into the final line. And they cross the line, 47.43 was the time. 8 penalties out of the course for the pair for Jordan, just completing. Rad Nasser and Angel du Muri Marais come home. Next to come, Hi Osama El Borai had a good second place last week with Kadoki. And this is Jin Lady Tivoli Z for Haya this morning, number 55 on course for Egypt. This met order of Gaia de la Pomme across the Gino H, known by the Svarchen Sport Horses for the Egyptian. Gets away out of the course of Peter Schumacher. Down to 6, gets in quite deep to the base of the Liverpool, but jumps it well. Sam Al-Barai makes a quick turn homebound. This is fairly fast. The Egyptian comes home well. Jin Lady Tivoli Z, 38.49 for her. Going to put her into 7th place. Just ahead of Sultan Salim Al-Naimi. 7th place for Sam Al-Barai. Good round for the Egyptian combination. Jin Lady Tivoli Z completes. The new starter, we go to Great Britain's Oliver Fletcher. Oliver, who won the 2-star Grand Prix here in week 1 on His Highness Father Amir's prize set of 4 weeks of competition. And this is Balo's boy Terma GZ for Oliver, number 56, gets away. This is the 7-year-old son of Balo de Roy across the Vink Guidam. For the Brit, lovely chestnut. Enjoyed watching this horse over the days here at Alshaqab. Down now to the double 5A and B. Jumps nicely in and out of the double. And the little right hand is very smooth from Oliver Fletcher down to the Liverpool at 6. Now the Brit gets away fairly fast into phase 2 here. While his boy Terma GZ turns back to the Alshaqab boxer. 33.6 seconds. 10 seconds now, not a million miles away, but then just quite a quiet home turn. Oliver, though, got very close to that. Oxer gets away with it. Deep spot they found. The penultimate to jump then the last fence, and nice round. Just completed. The new starter, we go now to the one for Oman. It is number 46. Sultan Hamoud Al-Tuki comes forward. This is Hall Diamonds Kala. This stallion, 9 years of age. Sultan Hamoud's own horse. The new starter. Still the leaderboard. Sahim Hamad Al-Yafai, Qatar flashed to Prix out in first place, 33.6. Side Juma for the home nation as well, Wathman Diesel in second. Sadly, a mistake comes into the double 5A on the sand. Combination for Oman just coming into phase 2. Combination for Oman, travel homebound with just that one early error into the double of 5A. But not a bad round at all for them around this big enough Peter Schumacher course this morning, 1:30 track. They'll come home with 4 penalties, 45.22 was the time. Sultan Hamoud Al-Tuki comes home with 4 penalties for Oman. The new starter, this man had a couple of wins on the Doha Tour 12 months ago. Mohammed Said Haydan gets away. This is Wathnan Ikedix for him. Belgian gelding, 12-year-old son of Schilling, crossed to Chilano Z. That is owned by the Wathnan stud, gets away over the first three fences in phase one. Qatar, France is our current podium. $12 more to come. Ikedix up at the top end of the Alshaqab Longines Arena, out over the Liverpool at 6. Full penalties on the card at 5A. Mohammed Haydan turns steadily homebound. After that early mistake, just steady round he's put together as Wathnan Ikedix comes home. Four penalties it was for the Qatari combination in the Wathnan team jackets. The new starter, we go to Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mahmoud now for Qatar. This is Vito Blue PS, an extra jump, Oldenburg gelding. 11-year-old son of a horse that Chris Chug used to compete at top level of event. Downside the famous Chaco Blue, who most famously side, I think, Explosion W, Ben Mayer's Olympic champion in Tokyo 2020's Olympics. This horse bred by Gestut Levitz, as the PS suffix tells us, and owned by Alshaqab. A superb venue here for the His Highness the Father Amir's Prize 2026. There it goes, I'm afraid, early mistake for Vito Blue PS and Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mahmoud. They turned down into 5A, sorry, into the second phase, I should say. Qatari pair take the penultimate as well. Now the Cups, Vito Blue PS is down to the last fence with a couple down for Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mahmoud. Their total is 8 this morning, 43.15. The Qatari time. Vito Blue PS competes with 8, and 41st place for Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mahmoud just completing. The new starter, we go to Saudi Arabia. There's 2 more to come for the Saudis in this opening class on day 2. And this man, as I said earlier, has had a podium over the days here in Doha already. He was third with Skubelensky Thais in the earlier weeks. Mohammed Alshaqab, we welcome back. This man is always a danger, can be very fast. And this is the 9-year-old Tinto de Nuit jumping. The only son of Tango van der Zoethoven crossed to Sirocco Blue VDL. It is owned by Her Highness Princess Diana Al So for Mohammed Alshaqab. 2 down, I'm afraid, in phase 1 for the Saudi Arabian, so he won't be challenging. The lead still in Qatari hands. Great week it's been for Qatar so far because they won 3-star class yesterday morning. That was Nasser Al Ghazali. They then won the first 5-star class as well yesterday. That was Rashid Twain Ali Al Mari. So 2 out of the 4 classes were home wins. It is Emanuele Gaudiano won his 7th class. That was the 2nd class yesterday. And the last class went to Abdullah Shabatli, the Saudi Arabian victory. Mohamed Al-Asika comes home, and the last fence will go as well. There's 12 penalties out of the course for Tinto de Nuized. Mohamed Al-Asika home, 44.05 was the Saudi Arabian time. The new starter, we go to number 60, and Egypt's Youssef Nassar gets underway. This is the 9-year-old daughter of Hermantico, cross to Auckland. The mare Magic H is number 60 on course, and they have the earlier, I'm afraid, front bar of the Oxer at 2 and the verdict at 3. Both go for the new combination. Down for the Egyptian pair. As they come on a wide line back to 10 AB. Very steadily progress they're making down through the 2nd phase. Jumps last fence though, and it's going to be 8 penalties for Youssef Nassar. Magic H comes home, and 8 penalties is the Egyptian total. The new starter from Dunboyne, County Meath, up to the northwest of Dublin. Her father, Sean, was a keen huntsman. Bought Deirdre and her 2 sisters a pony that got her started at 5 years of age. Evented for over a decade, up to advanced international level in eventing. Founded the Derry Glen stud at home at the family farm in 2021. Deirdre Riley gets on course. Derry Glen firepower is this lovely chestnut on course. Late start in the opening 3-star class. Derry Glen firepower comes down into phase 2 for Deirdre Riley. It's a steady round for the Irish rider. Deirdre Riley comes down, ambles home, and it's a double clear round, a steady round 46.31 the time. Vertically around for the Irish combination. Derek Glenn Firepower, the son of Corlin, comes home for Deirdre Riley with a 0 score. And a steady clear round achieved by the pair for Ireland. The new starters, Yaqub Nasser Elmas gets on course number 62, the new starter. This Kontiki Dice for Qatar away. Now this stallion, he's the son of Wathnan F1 USA. One down for them, I'm afraid. 5B this time hits the sand here at Alshaqab. As they come home, there'll be the late mistakes as well. 10B out of the verticals. But a good round. Overall, it's going to be 8 penalties for Yaqub Nasser Elmas. Kontiki Dice comes home 42.18 was their time just completed. This pair has been in good form over the weeks here already. They were third in the 3-star accumulator here on the last day of week 2. The new starter, Khalid Al-Hadi. Capoen gets on course. This is the great veteran, 20-year-old son of converter Darko. The dam side is owned by Mohammed Hassan Al-Hadi. For Khalid. Capoen now comes down to 10AB, still fairly fast out on the course of Peter Schumacher. The target time 33.6. They're going to be slower than that, but it's a good round here for certain for the veteran pair for Saudi Arabia. Down to the last fence they come, and they come home well. Going to be just off the podium into 4th place, 36.29. 0.18 down below the podium time of Jean-François Rondu, but a good round for Capoen once again. Into 4th place they go. The new starter, Sultan Salam Al Naimi, getting prepared. Cavallina 13 is his Westphalian mare. She's 11 years of age, daughter of Kudaker II, crossed to Com Il Faut. And again, the property of Alshaqab are based here in Doha for the 10 weeks of the Doha Equestrian Tour. New starter gets up and running. Gray well down into the second phase. They're still clear and going on quickly. Kavlina, fifth from the end of the three-star this morning. Still Qatar underway with the win to continue their good streak of yesterday. Whistle's going up, but he'll be down at the time, certainly, of Sultan HAMAD Al-Yafai, who's in first place. Jumps last so well, 36.89 the time. Kavlina 13, nicely home. We're going to fifth place as things stand. Qatar actually with 5 out of the top 7 places, all in home occupation, having a very good morning. The new starter, Sheikh Khalifa Al Thani, getting underway. This is Zinano G on course. Westphalian gelding, who is 12 years of age, son of Zinedine, out of the start gates. We're into the last 4 to start, ladies and gentlemen. Back end of this opening class on day 2. This is the big liver chestnut, who gets well down into phase 2, still clear as well. Turned down to 9, the Alshaqab, maroon, white, grey ox up. Just going to put together a steady round, no attempt to get ahead of HAMAD Al-Yafai, who's leading. Way, very, very steady round it is. It's a clear round, it's a slow one, 43.29 was the time. A nice clear round for the pair just finishing, Sheikh Khalifa Al Thani. Clear round with Zinano G, forgive me. Up 65 comes home with a 0 score. The new starter, number 66, Saad Ahmed Al Saad, getting underway. This is Craquant de Mazin, the next to start. This mare, Celle Francais, she's 14 years of age, daughter of l'Arc de Triomphe Point Margot, across to Calvaro. And again, owned by Alshaqab, our superb competition venue here in Doha. Craquant de Mazin makes a deliberate start down through 5AB and jumping very well. Craquant de Mazin now turns homebound. Steady round again for Saad Ahmed Al Saad, the third last of this opening competition. 66 to get underway, comes home, but it's a double clear for them. Good round. 45.36 is the Qatari time. Put them down into 24th place. the new starter, we go to Saudi Arabia, and Meshal Al-Qahtani is number 67. This is his 9-year-old. It is Menka jumping. This is the leather chestnut gelding. I should say bay gelding, just, I'm not certain actually, just eyes straining to see. I think bay is the colour. And away, Menka. Penultimate to get underway. The last one's a quick one. Christine van der Veen for the USA. Fairly fast, they travel into the tail end of the course. Meshal Al-Qahtani, it's going to be just outside, but it's a good round. 34.12, well done. Into second place goes Menka. Saudi celebrations on the sidelines, they're in good form after the win last night for Abdullah Alshaqab, his third win on the Doha Tour. And in second place goes Menka. Last one to start, jumps a very ground, and they'll go on into second. It's Qatar, Saudi Arabia. Qatar are 1, 2, 3 as things stand. The last to go is a fast one, typically. Christine van der Veen will be the anchor rider for the USA. And this is Starbucks 27 for Kristen. Gelding, son of Staccato, 10 years of age, dam sire Coleman. Will be the last one out of the gates in this 3-star 132 phase special competition. Christine van der Veen clear through phase 1 as Starbucks 27 enters the timed phase. Both phases timed, but this is the critical one, of course. She's fairly fast down out over 9. Christine van der Veen, Starbucks 27, down now to the pair of verticals. Home turn. Christine van der Veen travels homebound. Jumps the last fence to come home. 36.94 is the final time. Christine van der Veen and Starbucks will be 7th in the final analysis here. The opening 3-star class of day 2. Here at Alshaqab for the His Highness the Father Amir's prize. So, ladies and gentlemen, Qatar's super run continues. They won 2 out of the 4 classes on day 1 yesterday, and they win the first class of day 2. The special 2 phase at 1:30. The 3-star is a Qatari victory. Suhaim HAMAD Al Yafai wins with Flash Dupuis. The winning time, 33.6 seconds. 0.52 of a second behind is Meshal Al-Qahtani. Saudi Arabia second with Menka. Confirmation of the results. Zahid Hamad Juma is third with Wathnan Diesel, 34.57. Jean-François Rondu has another strong finish with Interlars for France in 4th. And Khalid Al Hadi went well on the accumulator last day of week 2. And Capoen is 5th for Saudi Arabia. So, ladies and gentlemen, we take a short break prior to the prize giving, which will be coming out very soon for us here at Alshaqab, day 2 of the His Highness the Father Amir's Prize.
Deseo sin sentimientos sin controlar. En tu hogar lo intentaré olvidar. El tiempo calmará el dolor. Ese dolor. Niña, dulce niña. Niña, abre los ojos sin temor.
can't stand the thought of you with someone new. I must be crazy for you. Crazy, yeah.
Welcome to the first prize giving on day 2. His Highness the Father Amir's prize here at Doha on the Equestrian Tour 2026. It is Abdullah Al-Quashuti, the Manager of Marketing and Communication here at Alshaqab, who will make the awards to our top 5. Let's welcome you into the main arena for this first prize giving of day 2. And a super home win. It is a Qatari victory once again. Congratulations to HAMAD Al-Yafai. He wins with Flash du Prix. The son of Milo Carthago wins the open class. 3-star victory, 33.14 the winning time. In second, it is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Meshal Al-Qatani Menka. Third place goes to Qatar, Saïd Hamad Juma, Wafnan Diesel. Fourth place to Jean-François Rondu for France, Interlaris. Fifth place goes to Khalid Al-Hadi for Saudi Arabia with Capoen. But our congratulations, the win. It is Qatar. Suhaim Hamad Al-Yafai wins the open class on day 2 with Flash du Prix. Our congratulations. Abdullah Al-Quashuti, our Marketing and Communication Manager here at Alshaqab, will make the presentation. But first we stand for the national anthem of the winning nation this morning. It is Qatar.
لجهن الوقوف احتراما لعزف النشيد الوطني للبلد الفائز دولة قطر.
Please rise for the national anthem of Qatar.
Congratulations, the Qatari win. Suhaim Hamad Al-Yafai wins the 3-star 132 phase special. Abdullah Al-Quashuti, our Manager of Marketing and Communication, will award him with the winner's medal. 33.14. Well done to Suhaim Hamad Al-Yafai. He wins the open class. In second place, comes within a half second of the winning time. It is Saudi Arabia's Meshal Al-Qatani second. Mohamed Al Qasani's Menka is the reserve champion. The Saudi Arabian contingent here delighted with that effort. In third, it is Wathman Diesel, Qatar Strike, the podium twice. Third place for Syed Hamad Juma for the home nation Qatar, and Wathman Diesel. And fourth place there, good form goes on. It is Jean-François Rondu for France. Interlagos comes home in fourth place. Another regular in our top five. Well done. It is Khalid Al Hadi for Saudi Arabia. Fifth place is Capoen, just completing.
And of course, to close off this prize ceremony, we now ask to show HAMAD to lead the HAMAD.
So well done to our winner. Qatar Strike, another win here on the His Highness the Father Amir's prize week 3. Well done. The win goes to Suhaim Hamad Al Yafai. Flash Dupuis wins for Qatar, the opener. Michelle Al Qatani second, Syed Juma in third. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a pause for prayer time here on Friday, which is a religious day in Qatar. We'll be back underway at 2 p.m. with the next class in just under 3 hours' time. From myself, Ed Holloway, good morning to you. We'll see you at 2 p.m. for the next class. Until then, it's goodbye.
It's not over. We have one more award ceremony for this competition. We've with the 1-star meter 25 competition went on into the Inter Arena. This time we'll be celebrating the victory of Omar Mohamed Ahmed from Egypt in a really short moment.
لما تنتهي بعد دراسة تتويج جماعة أعزائي الخمسة قليلا بحضور وتواجد المقابلة من الداخلي لمسابقة CSI3 شهر الأخبار سنوات 25 صفحة إلى ميدان الوجه الخارجي ورسم تتويج الأخبار في هذا الصباح الجديد.
The top three now for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Fulham and Maidan. And the fourth place, we go back to Egypt with winner over SALEH Qatar.
المركز الرابع جمهورية مصر العربية المرسلين جعفر.
And of course, at the moment we are waiting for to close up also this one-star prize giving ceremony. The lap of honor led by our winner, Omar Mohamed Ahmed. And now we get ready for the two interviews of our two winning runners of this morning's competition. The 3-star and 1-star rider coming up here for the interview in a really short moment.
We are ready for the interview with the winning rider of the 1m25 one-star competition, Omar Mohamed Ahmed. First of all, congratulations. Tell us about your ride today.
Today I ride very fast and I get 49 seconds and my horse was very good today.
Also, you're really proud, of course, to wear your flag also here at the prize-giving ceremony. Tell us about that, about your emotions.
I was very proud because I'm from Egypt and I make the flag.
What about also what you think about Doha? What you about hear about the arena, about the stables?
It's my first time in Doha. It was very good experience and good for the horses and it was a very good place.
What can we wish you for the rest of the week?
I wish I will gonna win any class.
Thank you so much, and one more time, congratulations.
You're welcome.
That's for the first interview. And then we get Suhaim Hamad Al Yafai to join us here in a really short moment. I don't know if Suhaim is around here. We just need to wait a short moment. Suhaim.
Just take a short break. There it is, there it is. On slide. And here we are, the winner of Qatar 3-star competition.
Flash du Prix today was really fast.
Very fast. Like yesterday, yesterday the second and today the first.
So tomorrow, what do you prefer, to win or to complete the podium to do 1, 2, 3?
No, tomorrow he's rest because he jumped very well yesterday and today.
Perfect. What can we wish you more for the next week also?
Like today, we will jump there.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
So we get back to the next competition at 2 o'clock here in the main arena, 2 o'clock.
صدح صوت الحوافر وسمعتها الخيل والفرسان، وصل لأقصى بقاع الأرض، صدى صوته ملا الأقطار طول وعرض. تسابق له من اللهفة بنات الريح، ما تقف لو تسير الريح عكس الريح. من الصحراء تشوف الناس ضحضاح السراب أسراب، تلاحظ في ملامحها الغريبة حالة استغراب، تحدد وجهة الصوت اللي يصداه وصلت الأسماع، وعلى الوجهة ما تدري عن بعضها وتتفق بإجماع. تجي من كل دار وكل صوب، ترابط بين أحاسيس وقلوب، تجمعنا الهواية والمحبة هنا من حيث تجتمع الشعوب.
في قلب الدوحة هناك موقع ينطلق فيه علن النظر نحو البحر، جوهرة معمارية صممت خصيصا لمن يسعون خلف التميز كل يوم وكل لحظة. جزيرة الفخامة فيها أسلوب حياة، شقق متميزة ومتنوعة بمساحاتها، من أطول ممشى تجاري مكيف في العالم إلى أطول موقف سيارات تحت الأرض، ومن ملعب الجولف إلى جمال الممشى البحري وإلى روعة الهدوء. جزيرة جيوان، فخامة، تألق.
A book, a desk, a teacher. For some, a classroom is a given. But for many around the world, it remains out of reach. Yet, we've always come forward to change that. Education above all is dedicated to making quality education accessible to all. Because when a child learns, they don't just change their future.
I want to be a pilot. I've dreamt of being a scientist.
Doctor. I want to work where I can help people.
They change the world around them.
إمكانياتك معروفة، وبعدين الطريق كان صعب وطويل.
silence the noise. Run through it.
Every doubt is a reason to push forward. Every runner has their own voice. You don't need a finish line. You just need to move. But together, we move forward.
This marathon, run your own race.
The LeBay app, your smart platform for managing your healthcare services at HAMAD Medical Corporation. To register, download the LeBay app from the App Store. Log in using your Qatar National Authentication ID. Enable fingerprint or facial recognition for easy login. Then enable notifications to receive appointment alerts and changes. With the app, you can view upcoming medical appointments with ease, reschedule or cancel appointments with just one step, view your medical file, test results, and prescriptions, self-assess your health using artificial intelligence technology. LeBay, your smart platform for better healthcare.